So, schon geht's weiter.
It's locked. Maybe I'll come back later. It's a very regal-looking ice sculpture. It says, Courthouse of Bermuda.
Hohes Gewicht.
Order! Order in the court! I am going to cite you for contempt of court for not asking permission to approach the bench.
I humbly apologize. May I approach the bench, Your Honor?
You may approach the bench. Court is now in session. Judge Plank presiding. How do you plead?
Innocent.
Warum ich das Gefühl, wir reiten uns hier so richtig in Probleme rein.
In the case of Guybrush v. Whale, the whale was found to be complicit.
Order! Order in the court! Quiet on the gallery, or there will be arrests.
Did I mention I am searching for the secret of Monkey Island?
Until it becomes a legal matter before the court, it is of no interest to me. Although, I do remember a case several years back where the secret was claimed to be a fraud and a scam to sell computer games. I believe that was settled out of court for a substantial sum.
What did Your Honor do wrong to get this appointment?
Never beat a Supreme Court justice in cribbage.
Your Honor, do you have to buy your own robes? Or are they court-appointed?
Order! Order in the court! If I don't get order, I am going to clear the court!
Wobei, ich finde, das ist jetzt echt mal eine interessante Frage. Auch die Anwälte haben ja auch solche Dinger, ne? Auch in Deutschland. Ne? Wo kauft man sowas? Gibt es dafür extra ein Anwaltsrobengeschäft oder macht man sowas einfach bei Amazon?
Your Honor, are you wearing pants under that robe? Please remember that you're under oath.
Order! Order in the court! If I don't get order, I am going to clear the court!
That is all, Your Honor.
Court is adjourned!
Okay, inwiefern hilft uns das?
May I approach the bench, Your Honor?
You may approach the bench. Court is now in session. Judge Plank presiding.
I have no business with the court, Your Honor.
Court is adjourned.
Okay. Eulensauger.
It's a very regal-looking ice sculpture. Hi. Any chance I could get inside the quarry?
Not many try to get in here, just out. What's the purpose of your visit?
I was hoping for a tour.
We don't give tours here. The only people allowed inside are the prisoners. And also, I suppose, people visiting the prisoners, but no one ever does that.
I'd like to visit a prisoner, please.
We do have a visitation policy, but it's quite strict. Who are you here to see?
Stan.
We do have a Stan. I'm a little surprised he'd have a visitor. Can you prove you know him?
I can describe him. Loud jacket. Never stops moving his arms. Or his lips.
That does sound like him. but I'm supposed to see some actual physical evidence. Just bring me something that shows you two have ever been in a room together. That way, I can tell my boss that I did my job.
Läuft.
What do you think of this picture of me and my extremely dear friend Stan together? We had it painted at our local Muskrat Club meeting.
You look real close. All right, you can go in and see him, but no escapes.
I wouldn't dream of it.
You don't want to be right there when I open the gate. Go stand next to his stump.
Klatsch.
All clear.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a whale. It started to crack the ship in half. I lit the hull on fire with Flambe's head so it would burn underwater. The creature fled. Of course, then we had to put out the fire.
Listen, let me tell you something about anglers.
By which you mean people who fish.
Right, but if you are one, you'd say angler.
I would?
Every subculture has its own special language, words with significance specific to that subculture. When you use them, you convey both meaning and membership.
That sounds good.
That's why authentic sounding fish stories always have plenty of angler lingo. For example, I wouldn't tell people a big fish broke my string. I'd say I was jigging with a hard bait when a strike from a lunker snapped my leader.
That's both highly specific and difficult to understand.
Exactly the point. Want to give it a try?
Okay.
Okay. It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. It started to crack the ship in half.
Wobei, das hier gefällt mir jetzt auch immer viel besser.
I lit the hull on fire with Flambe's head so it would burn underwater. The creature fled. Of course, then we had to put out the fire.
Yeah, that's the way. You almost sound like a real angler. Not a half-bad story. You know who you should talk to. There's a crazy old yardarm hanger, Bob something. I think he sails with Kapitän LeChuck.
Apple Bob.
Sounds right.
Thanks.
Oh.
Move along, move along.
Seen Stan?
Way in the back.
You know where Stan is?
Way in the back.
You know Stan?
He's in the back corner.
Looks like they have room for one more prisoner. Hey, Stan.
Hi there, son. Nice to see you. What are you in for?
Some sort of a sales pitch, I expect.
Pitches are for baseball, son. I make introductions. I'm like a matchmaker between you and your future. I want you to consider these two words: ice, sculpture. Separately, they're exciting. Strength, elegance, transparency. Together,
Stan? I don't think so.
don't wait too long. They're selling like hotcakes.
My hunt for the secret of Monkey Island is going great.
Good for you, kid. Closing time comes too soon for us all. You gotta try all the snacks you can before it does.
This place sure is quiet.
That's what productivity sounds like.
How about I bust you out of here? This place seems a little harsher than the jail on Mêlée. I might or might not know a competent locksmith who could take care of those shackles.
Oh no, son, I can't escape. Wouldn't be wise. I'm only in for a month after all. Got a copy of the judge's order right here.
Smiling Stan as a Stan Man.
Yeah, I sure did get off light. Lucky for me, they never caught on to my pyramid scheme, or I'd probably be doing 10 years.
Tell me more about that pyramid scheme you mentioned.
Honestly, I don't know why the law makes such a big deal about it. It's just creative money management. Easy if you know what to do with the figures. I've got this accountant, Ned Filigree. He's a genius with that stuff. If they ever saw his records, well, let's just say the first thing I'm doing when I get out is go burn all that paperwork.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
Like I said, I'll be out in a month anyway. I can handle the shackles until then.
I think I'll poke around a little.
You enjoy yourself, son.
Okay, vielleicht können wir dem Buchhalter damit so ein bisschen Angst einjagen, ne? Indem wir ihm zeigen, hey, in einem Monat ist es soweit. Ne, lass mich doch die Kiste zum Beispiel für dich entsorgen. Eisgefängnis, Eisklopfen.
Is there anything special about this stump?
No, why?
Well, it was tagged, so I thought, you know, maybe there would be a great gag about a secret opening to a system of tunnels or something like that.
Please don't joke about tunnels next to the prison, sir.
Ah, okay.
Nice view.
Eiskrone.
Roaring fire, melting ice. Very hoogly.
Welcome, loyal subject.
These matches are specially formulated for freezing temperatures. Disclaimer, will not light underwater. It's slowly filling up with castle. Ah.
Gosh.
At the end of the plank.
My only copy. Please don't touch it.
Bermudianer.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Grunt.
Nice weather we're having.
Grunt.
I see. Bermuda seems like a friendly place.
Grunt.
Yeah, I feel you. Your queenliness?
No need to be so formal. This is Bermuda. You're Guybrush Threepwood, aren't you? I'm Odina the Ninth. I know your wife.
Elaine?
You sound uncertain. How many wives have you got?
Just the one I'm aware of.
What brings you north of the 19th parallel, Guybrush?
Oh, jetzt sehe ich's auch, ja.
I need your help to recover the secret of Monkey Island. There are these 5 golden keys.
I'm vaguely aware of them. You can obviously see the one on my crown. The Crown of Keys is a ceremonial artifact worn by the reigning queen of Bermuda. It was originally fashioned from the house keys of the citizens as a gesture of trust.
And or submission?
My predecessor as queen is the one who added the golden key. I think it gives a certain pizzazz.
Naturally, you'll want to have that cleaned once in a while.
It stays perfectly clean as long as I don't let greasy pirates put their paws all over it. You may touch the crown if and when you become queen, and not before.
Become queen. Interesting. Hypothetically, how exactly would a person become queen of Bermuda?
You have to earn it, win it, wrest it from the iron grip of the previous queen. Most people can't manage that, of course. But by the traditions of Bermuda, all are welcome to try. To become queen, you must show your qualifications by defeating the current queen in 3 contests. The contests test your heartiness, your seriousness, and your intelligence.
Ich habe einige von diesen Dingen.
What if I only want to be queen for a little while? 5 minutes might be enough.
The queenship implies a lifelong commitment to uphold and defend your people.
Okay, whatever. I get the crown, though.
Yes.
Can you give me more details on the contests to become queen?
The contest of heartiness is an eating contest. Raw fish. Call it sushi if it helps you sleep better. The contest of seriousness is one where you must keep a straight face. Whoever laughs first loses, which I never do. The contest of intelligence is an algebra test. 20-second time limit, best answer wins. And yes, I do always have the best answer. You sound like you're serious about this.
I challenge you to the contest of heartiness.
Come with me. We've got to go downtown.
Wir haben ja keine andere Wahl.
See that triangle? There are 3 of them here in the building. 1 for each contest. When you want to formally issue a challenge, you ring the triangle.
Dios mío, another challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, although your appetite for this nauseating affair never ceases to amaze me, it is my solemn duty to adjudicate this, the contest of heartiness. As you are all thoroughly aware, the objective is to successfully and permanently consume more raw fish than your opponent. Today's challenge fish is bloater. Wait a moment. The bucket of plenty contains no plenty. There are no fish here whatsoever, and the contest cannot be held without fish. Everyone go home.
Okay, aber Bückling. Ne, wir kennen ja diesen Fischladen. Zwischengeschoss. Aber so haben wir immerhin das Ding hier aufgekriegt, ne?
It's the soon-to-be former queen. I can feel all the warmth escaping up the chimney. It's an empty bucket. It's an empty bucket. It's an empty bucket. I mean, I guess this is algebra? I actually have no idea. I can feel all the warmth escaping up the chimney.
Okay, das wird bestimmt noch interessant. Der leere Eimer der Fülle.
It's an empty bucket. Smells pretty fishy, though. It's an empty bucket. Smells pretty fishy, though. Today's contest of hardiness will feature bloater.
Blote. Bücklinge. So, Terror Island waren wir auch noch nicht, aber ich glaube, wir gucken mal. Okay, dass wir LeChuck, ne, um mit Applebob zu quatschen.
Hello? Anyone up there patrolling the deck? Ready to kick me into the sea? Sounds like the coast is clear. I hope. Unless it's a trap.
You are a disgrace to the pirating profession.
I'm more focused on the staying alive profession right now, thanks. So far, so good. I think it's out of juice.
Auch nicht schlecht.
So, obviously I'm actually Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. Again. I assume that's your real skin this time?
Yeah, sorry for tricking you with the other two.
Two?
One. That's not my best subject.
Either way, don't worry about it. You're LeChuck's rival, not mine. I've got better things to worry about. Also, I enjoyed the book you brought me.
Where is everybody?
Flambe's up in the crow's nest. Odds are he's sleeping. Iron Rose said she was running an errand. The rest went with LeChuck on that other ship.
Would that be Kapitän Madison's ship?
I think that's right.
Interesting. Don't tell LeChuck I was here, okay?
Don't worry. I wouldn't want to risk making him that angry. He gets a bit, scary.
Hang in there, Bob.
Still not funny.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
Jetzt geht's los.
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. It started to crack the ship in half. I lit the hull on fire with Flambe's head so it would burn underwater. The creature fled. Of course, then we had to put out the fire.
You know what? I think your story would really benefit from some colorful description. Like when I hook a fish. I don't just say I hooked a fish. I say there was a majestic fish, glistening like liquid silver, dashing through the waves, stretching my line out like the truth in a schoolboy's mouth.
Oh, that does seem a little more gripping.
Want to give it a try?
Genau so schreibt man Bücher, ne?
Okay. It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden...
Die Texte atmen langsam aus, ne?
My ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. It began to crack the ship apart like 4 drunken wedding guests fighting over the last oyster. I lit the hull with Flambe's head so it would burn underwater, blinding as the sun and furious as the sea. The creature lit out like an old tar from a bar of soap. Of course, then we had to put out the fire.
Dazzling. You weave a story like a wicker placemat with a mosaic of coffee stains.
Is that good?
Tightly woven and useful. The coffee stains give it character. You should tell a story at the Cod's Wallop.
Huh.
The crow's nest is up there. These open plan
Kann
offices
ja
are
nicht
all the
schaden, wenn
rage
wir uns
now.
mal ganz kurz so ein bisschen umgucken.
If I'm wrong about what that is, taking it would be a big mistake. If I'm right, it would be a bigger one.
Mag das Bild.
I know art is supposed to grab you, but it's just taking it too far.
Ja, es zieht einen förmlich in seinen Bann. Hey, vielleicht kann ich hier so Pfeffer klauen. Oder die Nudeln. Danke.
Yeah.
Egal, nimm mit.
Old boots and deodorant. It's like a college dormitory.
Na schön.
These things get more sophisticated every year. I wouldn't want to wake him up.
Ja, alles klar. Er ist immer noch da. So, das ist eigentlich schon mal gar nicht so schlecht. Ich glaube, wir sollten zurück nach Mêlée Island. Zum einen, um unsere Geschichte zu erzählen und zum anderen... ja, weil wir den anderen Fisch brauchen, ey. Sehe ich hier gar keinen Bückling.
What are those fish up there called?
Floaters. Let's not ask why.
I'd like to trade my fish in for some bloaters.
An underrated delicacy. I'll put it on your tab.
Thanks. Tell me again about Bella Fisher's fishing spot.
They say she left behind a clue as to where it was, but no one knows what sort of clue that'd be.
All rumors, of course. Probably nothing to it.
How's it going, chums?
You have the confident look of a man with a story in his belly, just squirming to get out. But you really should show us the lure for official chums business. We like ritual in the chums. It's part of the fun.
Nun gut.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
And don't be nervous thinking it's a test to see whether you've mastered the art.
Even though that's just what it is.
Okay.
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. It began to crack the ship apart like 4 drunken wedding guests fighting over the last oyster. I lit the hull with Flambe's head so it would burn underwater, blinding as the sun and furious as the sea. The creature lit out like an old tar from a bar of soap. Of course, then we had to put out the fire.
I was confused by the Flambe character, who just appears in the story without any introduction.
Okay. Ich dachte, ich muss halt bei einer Geschichte bleiben. Wow. Okay, Moment. Wir machen mal aus Scheiß.
I think I'll browse today's catch.
You'll find none better.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
And don't be nervous thinking it's a test to see whether you've mastered the art.
Even though that's just what it is.
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. Inside, it was like walking on soft cheese, with rivers of pea soup that stank like a landlubber's bait box.
So, hier hat er sich beschwert. Okay, wir sollen vielleicht Namen vermeiden.
Fortunately, the average salt can't tell the taste of mermaid from any grump you might find in your creel. Then we stuck an umbrella jig head in the beastie's mouth and reeled it in from the inside.
I wasn't sure why you were mentioning mermaids when there hadn't been one in the story.
Oh Junge, du bist schwierig. Alles klar.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Aber immer wieder an der Stelle, ne? Deswegen
Greetings, fellow chum.
Versuchen
Have
wir noch
you a story to share?
And don't be nervous thinking it's a test to see whether you've mastered the art.
Even though that's just what it is.
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one.
Okay, den lassen wir dann auch mal erstmal
It
da.
began to crack the ship apart like 4 drunken wedding guests fighting over the last oyster. I made a fishing line with my own hair. Then we stuck an umbrella jig head in the beastie's mouth and reeled it in from the inside.
That was a whopper of a story.
You've clearly learned all there is to learn. I hereby declare you to be a chum grand master. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you. That's a great honor.
And I know I said there wouldn't be no reward for success with the chums, but it's quite an achievement. So we'll be giving you this commemorative trophy.
It says prize chum. Aw, thanks guys. I'm touched.
Ja, schön.
It says prize chum.
Warum habe ich das Gefühl? Ja, Moment.
Somehow I don't think he's doing fine.
Oh, LeChuck war hier.
Wally? What happened here? Wally's shop has been ransacked. Wally, can you hear me? Are you okay? I guess he's not here. And he's probably not okay. Who could have done this? I guess LeChuck, obviously.
Wer sonst? Wer sonst?
Well, they left behind the solid gold compass rose. This was no standard plundering. Well, they left behind the solid gold compass rose. This was no standard plundering.
Nimm du doch.
These maps were Wally's life's work. At least I assume so.
Okay, vielleicht komme ich auch später mit irgendwas noch dran.
Hello? It's not like her to leave the place unlocked. Also, I smell brimstone and beard oil. LeChuck's been here, and that magical glow on the safe is new. I bet that's his work. Unless it's Captain Lila. The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Mêlée.
Okay, komm, hier versuchen wir nochmal.
Hold it! Are you sure you weren't followed?
We're safe.
No one is ever 100% safe.
Ich würde Ihnen gerne hier dieses Ding zeigen.
He's locked away for a long...
It's the judicial order for Stan's imprisonment. It says he only has 1 month left.
Hier, guck mal.
Keep it together, Ned!
I think you might be interested in this judicial order in the case against Stan S. Stanman.
Ah! What's this? Only a month? Oh no! Take these records! Get them to the courthouse on Bermuda. They'll know what to do with them. It's very damaging stuff. Stan will get 10 years at a minimum. I'd take care of it myself, but I've got to pack for witness protection. Oh, goodness!
Can I have the picture?
Not now, I'm packing.
Ich komme noch mal drauf zurück.
Can I help you pack?
I can handle it. Just take that evidence to the court on Bermuda.
Na gut. Ne, beziehungsweise wir sehen uns dann... Ah, schon 40 Minuten rum. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal hier wieder, ne? Geht irgendwie so durch, ich weiß auch nicht warum.